Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about why narcissistic family think they own you. All right, have you ever felt like your family believes that they have a say in every aspect of your life? Who you date, who you marry, how you spend your money, even how you think and how you feel. And when you make your own choices, they react with anger, they guilt trip you, criticize you, or emotional withdrawal. And if so, you may experience one of the most damaging dynamics in a narcissistic family, the belief that you belong to them. Today, I'm going to be talking about why narcissistic families, why they think that they own us, and how this affects your ability to live your life as your true, authentic self. See, in these family dynamics, you was never seen as a separate person. In healthy families, children are viewed as individuals. Parents understand that it is their job to guide their children into becoming independent adults with their own identities, their opinions, and their goals. But in narcissistic family, children are often seen differently. And instead of viewing their children as separate human beings, they treat their children as extension of their families. Their role is to meet the parent emotional needs, protect the family image, and follow unspoken rules. And see, I'm going to give a little backstory on the experiences. I'm going to give a backstory on what I experienced, how my narcissistic family at one point thought that they owned me, till I started setting those boundaries. Okay, when I was 21 years old, I had my first apartment, and at the age of 21, you know how it is. When you're 21, you want to go out to the club. You want to party. You want to drink. You want to experience the world, because everything is new to you at that age. Okay. My siblings are twice my age. They probably like in their 40s, whatever. And so they done with all they clubbing and drinking, in the world. So they so-called in the church. So they don't smoke, they don't drink or go to the club anymore. And so they think just because they stopped drinking, they in the church now. They thought that I was supposed to be in the church. Minding you, when they was that age, they was partying every freaking day. Okay? From what I heard, they was partying every day. And they told me this out of their own mouth. Wasn't even thinking about serving God. But since they not doing the things that they used to do, all of a sudden they want everybody, to follow them. And so the way I look at it like this, everybody has to make up in their own mind when they choose to serve God. Just like they made up in their own mind when they got in their 40s, when they done with the world, now they want to serve God. Everybody has that decision to make. Okay? And so I remember one time I had a beer in my refrigerator. One of my siblings had came over, saw the beer in my refrigerator had a fit, went and told the whole family, oh, she got a beer in her refrigerator. Oh, she's going out to the club, I heard, and different things like that. So, like, they were so disgusted. Anything that you did that they didn't approve of, they were disgusted by you. Okay? And so they had this thing about people drinking, smoking, going to the club, and cursing. That was their thing. But see, they didn't realize and don't understand that that's not the only sin. Okay, causing strife. God talks about that, gossiping and slander, causing strife in a person, causing confusion, arguments, stirring up strife. God clearly talks about that in the Bible, but that falls on deaf ears with them. But anyway, this person had a whole fit, went back and told the whole family. And so my father, it was like with him, we couldn't even tell him where we worked at, because we knew that if we told him where we worked at, he would come up to our job, talk to our boss, trying to befriend our co-workers, just to try to get information and stuff about us. And another thing what they would do, it's like if you buy a car or whatever, and it's not something that they like, oh, they're going to talk about you behind your back too. Oh, why did she buy that car? Why did he get that car? I don't like that car. Okay, I understand you don't like the car, but I like the car. This is my choice. You know. And another thing, they had this habit, y'all, of spying on you. I remember when I had got another apartment, and this man came up to me. Mind you, I don't know this man from a can of paint. This man knew my name and everything, and he introduced himself, and he said he knew my sibling. So I already knew that he was sent by my sibling to spy on me, to get to gather information about me to go back and report. And so when I was outside, I was happy to smoke a cigarette. Now, minding you, I thought it was ironic that this person came up to me while I was smoking the cigarettes, doing something that they disapprove of, okay? And so it got back to the sibling, that I knew what this person was on. I knew that you sent this person to come spy on me. And this person didn't even deny anything, got quiet, because they already knew that they was guilty. And they already knew, I knew their tactics and what they was on. And so this is just some of the examples and stuff, that I experienced. And I want to give you one more example. They had, one of my siblings had a habit of getting in their car, driving around, trying to catch you doing something that they didn't approve of. Because I had another sibling that I was close to that used to drink and go out, go out with their buddies and go to sports bar. What my other sibling what they would do is they would come out, and drive around spying on you. And I remember my other sibling got mad and said, I'm a whole grown adult. How you gonna sit up here, have spying on me like we supposed to be scared? See, the thing is, in my narcissistic family, they try to scare you, by spying on you, like, oh, I caught you doing something. They try to use that tactic to try to scare you, into doing what they wanted you to do. And so, back to the topic, y'all. That's just some of the examples of the things that I have experienced from these narcissistic people in my family. Because, see, the thing is, your choices affect them. Your boundary is a direct challenge to them. And because of that mindset that they have, they struggle to recognize where they end and where you begin. See, the reason, why these people act possessive, over you is because it's all about control. But we all know real love respects autonomy. Control does not. And see, in the narcissistic family, they may demand constant updates about your life. They may expect access to your personal information. They may even criticize your decisions that they don't approve of. And if you choose a path that doesn't fit their expectation, they may react as though that you personally attacked them somehow. And the underlying message is often, if we can't control your choices, that they're losing their influence over you. And see, independence feel like a direct, betrayal to you. And one of the most, confusing experiences, for adult children that's in narcissistic family is realizing that healthy independence is often treated as a betrayal to them. See, when you begin setting boundaries, you start hearing that you selfish. They want to call you selfish. They want to say that you shutting them out. and things like that. And oftentimes they would do this too that I have experienced. They start bringing up, things that they done for you. Remember, we helped you out. Remember that we gave you money and stuff. Just because you helped the person out a few times, they may have helped you maybe a few times. And my narcissist family, they ain't really helped me like that. I mean, they did more harm to me more than anything. And they think that the few times that they did help me, they think that they entitled to my life, that they entitled to control me, that I have to answer to them for everything that I do, that I gotta sit up here and let them talk about me, gossip about me, and treat me like trash. And so, and it's not that, that we are shutting them out or anything. Is that you're simply making your own decisions. To a healthy person, independence is that's a normal part of adulthood. But in narcissistic family systems, independence can feel like a threat because it weakens their control over you. See, and this is when the guilt, trip sets in. When they can't directly control you, when that stopped working for them, now they want to guilt trip you. And everything. They may suggest that you owe them assets because we're family, right? They may try to act like they hurt whenever you try to enforce the boundaries. This creates emotional trap in you. You start questioning yourself. Maybe I am being selfish. You starting to feel, like you're responsible for their disappointment. But healthy relationship does not require guilt to maintain a connection. And the truth is that you do not belong to your family. Number one, you belong to God. Number two, you belong to yourself. You have a right to your own thoughts, your own relationship, your own goals, and your own boundaries, and your own life. And the moment you begin recognizing yourself as a separate person, not a role that they assigned you to, not their possession, not an extension of someone else's identity, you could begin reclaiming your freedom. And if this topic resonated with you, let me know in the comment section. Have you ever felt like your family acted as though they own your life? And remember, being related to someone does not give them the right to control you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.